What's going on, everybody? This is Scott, also known as ChaChingKing, and today I'm going to share with you a program that Melody and I have been using for a couple of years now, but let me tell you why we use it. About 2 years ago, there was a glitch on eBay, and 200 of our listings lost all of the photographs. 200 listings lost all of our photographs. And at the time, we didn't have a backup. We never saw the need for a backup. Once an item sells, we didn't need the pictures anymore. And once it was uploaded, we didn't need to keep them on our phone until they were all gone. And we had to recreate the photography of 200 listings. And we had to take down those 200 listings until we got that done. We recreated the photographs. We got everything updated. It took us quite a while, weeks and weeks of extra work on top of trying to keep listing things. We decided we weren't ever going to do that again. And when we were looking at our options, we came across List Perfectly. And for 2 years now, anytime a video has been deleted, I still have my original listing in List Perfectly. I have all my pictures. I have the original price. Most importantly, I have the location of it in my inventory system. What I want to do today is kind of show you how to set up your account, how to use your account, and how easy it is to make a listing that you don't have to just put on eBay. Melody and I list on eBay, Poshmark, and Etsy, and it gives us the ability to upload it to List Perfectly, spread it out to these other places, and it makes it easier for us to take it down when we've cross-posted it too. So let me show you List Perfectly. When you first open List Perfectly, it's going to look a little bit like this, and you're going to sign up. I would love it if you used my link, but you certainly don't have to. You can get on List Perfectly and bring this up yourself. If you do, you get a discount for your first month. I've never pushed my links on anybody. If you want to use it, that's great. If not, you can find it and go check this out, because I think this is worth looking at. There are different plans. The basic is going to be very good for a lot of starters. I'm not a big fan of any programs that require you to have a monthly fee, because typically I don't get enough out of them to warrant it. But I've had List Perfectly for years. I don't get a discount. In fact, I've never given anybody my link before. So I'm using List Perfectly because List Perfectly is worth using. Let's check out List Perfectly, the simple plan, and let's see what it offers. It's $29 a month, and you're going to sign up, and here's what you get. You get access to the images, the title, the description. It doesn't save a lot of the item specifics. If you are only listing a few items a day, this probably won't matter. If you are doing bulk cross-posting, so let's say that you already have an eBay store and you have 400, 500 listings and you want to cross-post those, then you're going to want something with a little bit stiffer plan. Let me show you what you get for the business one. You'll notice that a whole bunch of these opened up. For me, the SKU right here is incredibly important, because that is where I put my item location in my inventory. For $69 a month, you open up the rest of it. It saves the shipping and the dimensions, the weight, everything. One of my fears for people that, especially if you're going to treat eBay like a business, is if you put all of your eggs in one basket, and you've all seen the YouTube titles where somebody gets suspended or somebody loses their account. It can happen. And that's if eBay doesn't lose your pictures. If you have all of your eggs in one basket, you've given them control over all of your work. If you progress towards having, say, 1,000 listings, and something happens and they're just gone, you have to recreate that work. For us, that's not worth it. Here's something else that you're not going to notice on this website. It's a easy to use website, but you're not going to notice it, is that the people at List Perfectly are human beings. This isn't some massive corporation where you can't reach out to anybody. One of the things that Clara, that a lot of us talked to her about, way back, is that if you took something down and say I sold it on eBay and I need to take it off of Poshmark, or if I have to take it off of of Etsy and I go in and I tell the computer to take it down, I didn't know if it was successful. And when people talked to her about that, that made sense. And she had her people get right on it. And now when you take something down, you get verification that it found it and it took it down. So it's real human beings that you can go talk to. I'm a big believer in this because I use it. I still use it. And I'm not going to get rid of it whether you sign up for it or not. I wouldn't continue to do eBay without some way of backing up my listings because I don't want any platform to have that kind of control over my livelihood. Let's go to My List Perfectly and let's upload an item. Once you have an account, it's going to look pretty much like this right here. On the left hand side, you will see the pictures of my items and it'll tell you whether or not they're sold. And you can sort this a lot of ways. You can search this. You can enter something in here that you want to. You can enter something in here that you want to look up and see where it's at and see if you can find it. Super easy to use. Notices are always going to be at the top, but let's go ahead and list an item. I'm going to go up to Add Listings, and I don't use templates. I should. It's just like eBay. I don't use templates. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my pictures, and I put some pictures in of something that I picked up this weekend that I think is super cool. So I've highlighted all of my pictures, and those will upload. This is if you're interested in what I'm listing, this is a 1994 Jeff Bagwell MVP poster. And what makes this one cool is that Jeff Bagwell signed it, but he signed it to a guy named Gene Pemberton, who was the Major League Baseball's first full-time chaplain for the Houston Astros. I think it's a cool poster, and let me show you a little bit. So right now, my pictures are uploading. If I click right here, I can do a little bit of editing on this. I can crop it, I can rotate it. You can also come through and you can brighten it a little bit if you want. I try not to do a whole lot of manipulation of the photos because I want them to pretty much see what I see. All right, once we have edited our photos, now we're going to enter a title. And I'm going to take that title and I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it into the description. And then I'm going to clean it up and fill out the description. So after we've done our description, we're going to put in the brand, the maker, the label, the artist, any of those things that will be used when it is imported or exported to the other platforms. Cost of goods would be like for Poshmark, we're going to price this at $49.99. For SKU, that's where I put my item location, FF7. I have a flat file that I can use for papers and things like that. I'll put it there. The UPC code is not applicable. Quantity is 1. There's no platform IDs because it hasn't been shared to any of those yet. But what this will do is this will automatically put this and the pictures and the description, whatever information I've entered, will now be in List Perfectly. And when it updates, then I'll show you exactly what you need to do to take it from there to put it on a platform like eBay. I'm going to scroll down to the poster, and you'll notice under platforms, nothing is written there. So we need to put this onto other platforms. Because it's vintage, I can put it on Etsy, and I could put it on Poshmark under Home Goods, but let's start by putting it on eBay. The process would be the same for the other platforms. The other platforms may have some additional details. Right here on the left, I am going to click on this, and now I'm going to highlight eBay, and I am going to copy that over to eBay. And what this will do is open the eBay app. It is going to start the listing for me. It's going to work me through the process with everything that it has. And keep in mind, it will do this for many, many more platforms than just eBay. You'll notice that my title is just like I signed it on the other one, and my custom SKU label is filled in. The item category, it automatically put it into baseball MLB, and the required information was printed out for me. And it says Jeff Bagwell. Look how much of this information it already did for me. It didn't put the country of manufacturer because I didn't enter any of that. Condition, normally on something like this, I will put that it shows signs of age in case somebody points at a minor wrinkle or something like that. But this thing's in good shape. But I don't want to oversell it. And that, notice the description copied over exactly as well. For the pricing, it changed it. I normally put $49.99. I don't know if that penny makes a difference, but that's normally how I'll put it. I have best offer turned on, and the flat ground advantage, it will probably ship in that range. I'll probably leave that, and I'll put 2 pounds, and I will put that 24 inches, and I will put 4x4. If it comes in smaller than that, that's fine. And so I've got ground advantage. International is turned on. Normally, and I've said this before when I've showed you how to list on eBay, I don't promote something like this that's so rare. I mean, I have the only one. Nobody else has it. So there's no point in me promoting that. eBay manage payments. And now my listing is live. And I want to show you something else. We're going to go back to List Perfectly now. I'll close this out. And I'm going to refresh this page. And now you'll notice that the word eBay is on here. And so had I cross-posted that to Poshmark and Etsy, then they would both be on there. And then if it sells, I would come back over here and I would click that. And you would just click Mark Sold. And you're done. It will go in and take them down for you. Whether you're a new eBayer, like many of the people that watch my channel, or you have some experience, I am a believer in backing up your information. For me, List Perfectly actually makes the listing process easier. And typically, like for something like this, what Melody and I would do is we would check that we wanted to go to eBay, Poshmark, and Etsy because it would be applicable to all of them. And we will have to go in and change a few things for each platform, but it's 3 times faster than me uploading to all of these different places. The number one benefit that I get from List Perfectly is that my listings are secure and saved elsewhere if something happens to them on the host site, whether that's eBay or Poshmark or Etsy, because they do delete listings from time to time, and you do have listings disappear from time to time, and having them backed up somewhere saves the man hours that I put into it. If you're going to do 20 listings a year, you don't need something like this. You could recreate the 20 listings. If you're going to treat eBay like a business, then having a platform that you back it up to, whether you figure out a way to do it on your own hard drive or offsite, it's going to be really critical that you have something like List Perfectly to do that with. List Perfectly is one of the very few programs that I would ever recommend to you that are going to charge a monthly fee. But for me, this is just a business expense, and it's a really important one for me because I don't want to duplicate any of my work ever. And if I can streamline the process of listing on multiple platforms, then that's what I want to do. I would appreciate it if you're interested. Use my link and get a discount on that first month if you check it out. If you don't want to use the link, go to the website and check it out. It's still worth checking out. And that's it for this one. I really appreciate you guys. All the support I have on this channel has been absolutely incredible. And I wouldn't make the videos if you weren't watching them. So thank you guys very much. I'm going to see you real soon on the next one. Bye.